morning, everybody. It's Thursday, March, I don't know if it's March 5th or 6th. My calendar's off on my car because it only goes up to 2022 because this is a 2003. But anyways, it's Thursday in March, probably the 5th or 6th, I forget. And 9 a.m. New Hampshire time. I'm sorry that I haven't been on for a few days. I just started my new job and it's been a lot of training, and my, just tell you a story, sorry if the rain's loud. I had my number 3 tooth out, and if anybody's ever had that tooth out, it's in the front kind of, and it's connected to your sinuses, and my dentist didn't even want to pull it out, so I had to go to an oral surgeon. So everything's fine, it was healing fine, and then my sinuses got clogged on the inside, so I didn't know what the heck was going on, and my whole eye was swelling. I had a dream about it, and in the dream, my eye was falling out. But I had to go to my first day of training, and for some reason, this is weird, right? My first day of training, before we moved to Texas, I was working at this company called AAI, and Jackie was working at the Lindt Chocolate Factory across the street, and I was only making $700 every 2 weeks at this job. It was terrible. We couldn't afford to live up here, and during that time, I was so stressed out that I asked God to help me, and I started walking around the building 7 times like Jericho, listening to the book of Isaiah on tape, and I was huffing it around this building, and everybody's like, what is wrong with you? Why are you walking so fast around the building? I was like, I'm just fast walking because it's good for you, and I was. And then a lot of supernatural things were happening to me, and then that's when I found the Acts of Thomas, the book. I never even knew it existed, and I think it was sacredtext.com or something like that at the time. I didn't know who Zen was. I didn't know who Robert Farrell was. My house had not burned down yet. It was right when I first met Jackie, basically. And during that time, my first day, during my interview, I had conjunctivitis, and I my eyes were bright red. It was disgusting, and I looked like an idiot. But I got the job anyway. And then this time, first day on the job, and my face is swollen on my eyes. I can barely see out of them. And I didn't think to take Mucinex because I thought that was for colds and stuff like that. So anyways, today I feel like crap, but I'm enough to survive basically. So I'm doing a video just to say I'm sorry I wasn't there for a couple days. That's why. And the other day I was driving down the highway, and I was kind of nervous about this one contact that I have to call because it's a big account. And when I was thinking about being nervous, I passed a food pantry truck, and it said open door on it, right? And I was like, whoa, that's weird. I was just thinking about being scared to go in, and I'm doing door-to-door business sales for a water company, so it was just weird. I don't have to be afraid. The door's gonna be open, right? So then I get home, and I'm listening to this the Book of Enoch, but it's illustrated by AI art, and it actually was pretty good. And it's just reading literally the Book of Enoch, and then it's just with the art. It was pretty amazing, to be honest. Kind of looked like Lord of the Rings, but with Enoch instead. So as I'm getting ready, I'm doing stuff or whatever, and I can hear the thing, and it comes to this picture of Enoch talking to Jesus or something on his throne, and it says, and the only thing that I can hear fully is open door, and I'm like, wow, that's so weird that just happened. And then this account this morning, I tried calling it a couple times, and then I called it this morning, and all of a sudden the dude picks up and he's like, yeah, let's do it. And I'm like, whoa, that is weird. I'm like, that is so weird that all just happened within a few days. It's just crazy. So my point being is that you shouldn't be afraid of anything, But I mean, even I get afraid, and I do this stuff all the time. Like, I'm not afraid to talk to people. I do this. So it's like, but sometimes, like, even Moses, like, he got afraid of, like, Og of Bashan when he went up against him. And they don't teach you this in the Bible really that much, but Moses was a warrior before he was ever, like, a priest and a prophet and stuff. He was, like, a pretty amazing dude who was a lot like Joseph. He didn't, like, want to sleep with chicks and stuff like that. He was pretty, like, wholesome. And, because most dudes are, like, sexually promiscuous, like Samson, David, like, like, it's just a thing that we have because of what happened in the garden, like, with Adam and Eve and her being seduced by the devil. It's just, like, in our nature to be evil when it comes to lust. But Moses, like, was a good dude, and he even was afraid of, like, Og of Bashan, and Jesus said he'll be like a shaken leaf in thy hand or something like that, like it's like nothing, So, like, if you're afraid of something right now and, like, you think God can't handle it, that's, like, the whole reason that we're here, is to, like, have faith in God. And I was just talking about it with Jackie the other night. Most people don't believe in God at all. They think everything's just chance. They're here by chance. They're monkeys, even though monkeys don't even kill their own young, and yet we do. So that's not really evolving, is it? But our job as Christians is to preach the gospel, and the gospel is having faith. And we all should have faith that God can move mountains, and he can, break down strongholds, and he can change our daily life, and that doesn't mean making you rich, and it doesn't mean, like, any of that stuff. It's not the prosperity gospel at all, and it's not once saved, always saved. It's like a daily repentance. And, like, you don't realize that the simplest things that you do make God happy. Like, just like a little prayer before eating, like taking your hat off out of respect. I don't think people realize the king that we serve. He's pretty powerful. He's a great king. And he's the only wise king. So, I hope that helped you guys today. God bless you all, and have a great day. Take care.